All right, it was a story that made news right around the globe. Anita Krines, an Ontario woman who gave water to pigs on a truck headed to slaughter, had her mischief charges dismissed on Thursday. Now, the judge in the case ruling that compassion is never a crime. And Anita joins me now. Anita, nice to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, how are you feeling after all of this? Exhausted, triumphant?
I'm feeling really happy that the judge confirmed that compassion is not a crime, and compassion should never be illegal. And we continue to give water to thirsty pigs on route to slaughter.
I want to go over the decision because the judge in this case had some pretty tough words, despite the fact that you won, for your lawyers who at one time compared you in the trial to Gandhi and Nelson Mandela. Now, he said that was done, in his estimation, to generate headlines, to make you look good on social media. Your lawyers also, during the case, compared you giving water to these pigs to Hungarians giving water to Jews headed to concentration camps, the judge calling that offensive in his decision. What's your response to all that?
Well, I think that animal rights is as important a cause as any others. It's a cause that is at the forefront of so many people's minds now. The world is changing, and I think the case has been somewhat disappointing because the judge continued to say that pigs and other animals are property, including dogs and cats. And I think the legal system has to catch up with the ethical system.
But did you ever feel that that was a step too far by you and your legal team? I mean, do you truly see yourself in this crusade that you've been on similar to that of, say, Gandhi or Mandela?
I think eventually this cause has to be as big as that because we called forth expert witnesses to talk about the environmental and health consequences of meat, dairy, and eggs. And if you want to solve problems like global climate change, you have to address animal agriculture. And we really need to shift towards a plant-based economy. So, you know, if we're talking about human survival and the survival of other living beings, yes, it's one of the most important causes in the world. Okay,
so you are not uncomfortable at all comparing yourself to, say, Gandhi?
Well, not myself. I certainly wouldn't do that. But I think as a movement, it's as important as the Satyagraha movement, which was the nonviolent direct action movement that Gandhi headed. And, you know, and it's as important as the civil rights movement, as other movements. I don't think it's good to talk in terms of rank or importance. I just think these are all important causes. And, you know, and this animal rights cause is, I think it's one of the most important causes in our lifetimes.
Yeah, you reject the judge's claim that pigs are, you believe that pigs are persons, not property. Right?
I think it's very degrading to call somebody property. There was a time when human slaves were called property, and there was a time when women were considered chattel, and it's a tool to degrade another living being.
Right, and because these are animals that are living, breathing entities that have feelings.
Absolutely, and I think most people recognize them. And we had an expert witness, Dr. Lori Marino, who said pigs are self-aware, highly intelligent, have complex emotions, and therefore fit the bill of being persons. And I think most people understand that, you know, pigs are different from a toaster, and in our legal system, corporations have the status of persons. So there's something wrong when, you know, animals don't.
What would you say to farmers and others who are concerned that your acquittal yesterday means producing safe, quality food is in jeopardy more today than it was yesterday?
I think that the animal agriculture industry puts food in jeopardy because if you look at, you know, the superbugs that are generated by the factory farm system, I think they have to. They're causing these issues. And, you know, if you look at the bigger picture of climate change, animal agriculture is a leading cause of climate change. So they're actually threatening, you know, the safety of food and also this.
But we shouldn't be concerned after yesterday's ruling that more such as yourself might approach pigs on the way to a slaughterhouse?
I mean, I think people give sandwiches to homeless people and people give water to thirsty animals. That's just an act of, you know, mercy.
All right. Anita Krines, appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Pleasure. Thank you.